Hey everyone, it's West Virginia. It's Monday, May 8th, 2017. I'm at a friend's house. He's gracious enough to let me come out and metal detect his yard. I'm kind of limited because he has an automotive business, and so a lot of the backyard and side yard is contaminated with years and years and years of automobile stuff and bolts and nuts and screws, and it would just be overwhelming. So anyway, the house is from 1720. It's in a remarkable state of preservation. The guy's really taking good care of the house over the many years he's lived here. So testimony to him for preservation of historical house, because there's not too many houses left in my region this old and standing in this state. So it's absolutely just a beautiful Dutch barn style house. One of the few areas, few houses that have basements in my area because of the water table. But anyway, just a beautiful house. So stands on a predominant ridge in my area. So hopefully, we'll find some relics. I mean, 1720, we ought to find something. I'm going to try the CTX again. I've been reading, and my last video got a couple of negative hits on it. You can't make everybody happy, I guess. So it is what it is. But anyway, I went out the other day, goofed off briefly for an hour with it. Still the same thing. It just can't lock. For me anyway, it's just not locking like I'm used to with my Safari, my E-Track, my Explorer 2, and my old XS. So I'm still trying to figure this thing out, and we're going to figure it out. I'm not bashing it at all. It's going to serve its purpose in the water. I'm perfectly sure of that. So but anyway, hopefully we'll find something. This is where Minelab excels, is in yards, coins. That's what I'm looking for here, obviously. So we'll see what happens. I do have the dais in the truck, so if all goes bad, I'm going to try to give it about 2 hours. I am very limited to my space, and it's in a very high volume area. You can hear the traffic. So we'll see. But anyway, if it's not going well or I get pissed off, I'll switch to my dais, and then we'll just smooth sail right along. All right, thanks a lot. Hey guys, this is Western Virginia. I'm at the my buddy's 1720 house, CTX, doing exactly what I expected a Minelab to do. In other words, the E-Track and the Safari, I feel, would have done the exact same on this site. So this machine there again, it is a Minelab, and it's known for what? Yes, coins. So a lot of knolling out, a lot of iron, a lot of underground cables and stuff. Since the house has been kind of updated, they've moved some utilities around, and he's not here to show me exactly where to go and where not to go, but I'm pretty much 20-year veteran, so when I get across the line, I know by all means trace your target and make sure that it's just not where your pinpointer is telling you. Go out a few, a foot or two on either side and make sure it's not a cable or a wire. You'll be able to hear it. So anyway, so far, what junk. That hit, it's like a copper piece of pipe. It hit pretty good. It was probably 8 inches down. It locked in on it. It dug it, it found it. Clad, and they are all stinking Lincolns, which everybody who knows me knows I hate Abraham Lincoln. And so there you go. Junk. Put them in my kids' piggy bank, and they'll be happy. And then a sinker, which was about 5.5, 6 inches. Of course, this screamed bullet. But anyway, I was wondering when this next target was going to show. It was just a matter of time. At this site being old, I think you can see it on the plug right here. Not deep. 1, 2, 3, half, maybe 4, maybe 4. Nothing that the dais or any other machine, Garrett, AT Pro, Ace 500, 350, whatever, Tenetics, I think they would all hit it. I don't think Tenetics would have done well out here. Matter of fact, I don't even think my Deus would have done. There is a lot of noise going on. There's wires overhead. Good thing about this, you hit the noise cancel, find you a channel, it's great. So let's see what we got here. Looks like a largie. Looks like a largie to me. And I'm going largie all day on this. If we'll get any meat off of it, that is yet to be discovered. But definitely going definite large scent here. Yeah, I can see one right there. If it'll come in here for you guys, but you can see one right there. It's a definite large scent. Now, is it a classic? Is it a drape? That's the question. And this is going to require a dry pick. But anyway, we are all in agreement. This is a large scent, and this is the first non-Civil War good target that I have found with the CTX. So right now, if nothing else is found, I know it's a penny, but I am stoked. Don't find a lot of these around our area. More silver than copper. But that is beautiful. That is a beautiful sight. Thanks a lot, West Virginia. Alright, West Virginia. Found the large scent kind of like over in that general area there. Started gridding, doing my GPS geo-track, and tons of pennies. I mean, just tons and tons of pennies. I mean, that's all pennies right there. So came over around this pecan tree and a pretty old dogwood tree and got a good hit. Let's see, about eight and a half inches down in this part of the plug down here. This is I just put it up there, but it was down in here, and came up at 1026, 1028, 1030. Thought it was some more pop tops and some old style, you know, the aluminum tops you peel off like on the old Tab drinks. And out pops this, and I kind of think I know what it is and knew what it was. And look at that, I think I got a little rosette for sure. And this piece is broke right here, but definitely think it's a rosette, and I'm very stoked about that. That's a cool find, very cool find. Lots of iron, I'm discriminating iron. I'm cherry picking his yard. I'm trying not to dig a whole lot of holes. It is on the historical register for our city, so trying to be eco-friendly as possible. So I haven't opened up the CTX to Relic mode. I'm going very, very slow because I know the recovery speed sucks. But I'm just trying to learn this CTX out, and I could go get my Deus, but that won't help me with the CTX. But this is a great find. I'm happy with it. So yeah, it hit, no question, solid hit. I didn't think it was this, but anyway, it definitely sniffed it out. So a little bit more confidence. Cool, thanks a lot. Hey, it's Wes. I don't think it's that old. 1028, about 4 or 5 inches in the ground. I just don't think it's that old. Alright. Okie dokie. West in Virginia. And yeah, I got about 30 pennies. And some trash. I got a couple, like, I guess like a helicopter matchbox thing. But I have walked up and down this driveway here because it's a little sunken, so I'm assuming this is the original driveway to the house. And I found my penny, you know, my great bust over here. So you never know what you're going to find. And that's why I like hunting house sites, old house sites, because it's just a gamut of stuff. And I'll be dead serious with you guys. I grew up about 8 miles from here. I have lived here. My dad was a police officer here when this was the county, and then when it came the city. And I'm very, very versed in Civil War history. The last thing I expected to find was a Civil War bullet here. I mean, to be dead honest with you, nothing on any map, any blip says that Civil War soldiers were here, but they were here, obviously. So maybe this house, they used it as a post for, I would say, a guerrilla detachment, basically, because there was no really organized troops for the Confederacy here. There were Union troops, but they were many, many, many miles north on that road right there. Many miles, 20 plus miles north of here. And the big action was 30 some miles west of here. So anyway, you just never know what you're going to find. And lo and behold, the last thing I expected to find was a mini. And it's a dropped one. Definitely dropped. I hit it with the shovel here because I didn't expect it, but it was deep. It was 8 inches plus, and it hit hard. So the CTX is coming around a little bit. I think it's found its niche, which Minelabs are a good yard machine, and I think everybody will agree with that analogy. Very much a yard machine. And hey, Drake bust, Civil War bullet, Colonial rosette. You know, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I've dug more pennies than I ever would like to dig again. If they were wheat pennies, I'd be a little bit happier, but they're not. They're all memorials. I'm happy. I mean, I know I've got 1,000 of these plus. But it always makes me happy to dig up Civil War history, especially local. This means a lot to me. I mean, it's where I grew up. So, yeah, this one I'll put in its own little special case. Don't find too many in my neck of the woods. Not in this vicinity. More west of here. So, cool. Thanks a lot. I normally wouldn't film this, but it's my first wheat penny, 1944, not my first here, right there. And it was in a pile of ants. They're PO'd now, they're moving all kinds of eggs. And yeah, they're all over me, I think. But yeah, I'm alright. I'm gonna head on home. It's almost time to get the little man off the bus. Alright, see ya. Alright, well, walking out, I found the other wheat penny just right over there, and thought it had a Indian head finally, but it was deep. It was 7.5, maybe 8.5, somewhere in there, and it's a 1914 Wheatie, so don't know if you see the date or not, but it's right there. And like I said, it was pretty deep, hit hard, no question. 1136. So, alrighty, well, we'll go ahead and get into greatness. General Robert E. Lee. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Alright, a little mini wrap up here before I head out. CTX did good today. Can't complain. My normal stuff from, you know, it's yards, even though it's 1720. It's a long time, a lot of junk. A couple Max Box cars, junk, Pepsi, junk, pole tabs, pop tops, sinkers, pennies up the yin yang, no battery terminals. There's some more junk in my pouch. Stuff here and there. Cool. 2 wheat pennies, awesome. Don't think this is too old. I mean, not at all. I mean, like maybe 1980, 70. And that's the cool find. That and the rosette. Definitely a drape bust. It's going to be a drape. It's right. It's looking right. It's cool. It's going to be a good one. It's probably 1804, 1808. That's a great find. It's great. Any day you find a largie is great, especially a Colonial one. Don't know what this is. It's not that old. Chink. Chink. The life of a relic hunter. This crap all back in here. But, oh, I found that. I don't know what that is. It was mixed in with that older stuff. Clean that one up. But, alright, headed home. Get my little man. Thanks a lot.